hello. Hello, hello, hello. Vlog number 5. Vlog number 5 in my little farmer outfit slash. I notice I do this a lot. I think body experts would say I'm uncomfortable, sort of. Okay, so again, no tripod. I forget it, so you get the shaky Blair Witch thing. Okay. My theme today is about regrets. Now, I don't have a lot in my life because I've been in survival mode my whole life. When you have, what is up with my, what? Oh no, it's on the screen. Never mind. Okay. When you have had trauma in your life, when you grow up in a chaotic household, you go into survival mode. And even if you get out of that household, it takes a lot of self-awareness and work to get out of survival mode and go from surviving every day to living every day. There's a difference. I also do this a lot. And this. Oh, I rewatch my stuff back and I'm like, oh God, stop it. So, okay, regrets. I don't have much, like I said, because I've been surviving my life. And hey, it's turned out pretty good because, well, I'm fucking 43 and I'm still alive. Yay! I've never had any, like, major illnesses. I was going to say broken a bone, but I did break my toe, but, you know, something debilitating, right? Yes, I've been in and out of depression, and that shit's hard, but nothing like, you know, never really been super sick until this year, and I got pneumonia. That's a whole nother vlog. Never been really super sick. I've only been hospitalized for my C-sections, and the one time I put myself in the hospital for my depression because I knew it was bad. So that one time. But I've come out of life fairly unscathed. I mean, you know, traumatic things have happened, big upheavals have happened, but I'm okay. I'm here. I'm 43, right? Okay. So here we are. 43. Well, almost. Thursday, but like I tend to like embrace my next age. Like I get to be like I'll get to be like, let's see, half of August is in like January. It's cute. My son's birthday does like, my son's school last year did half birthdays. So they sent the kids who had birthdays in the summer, they celebrated at their half birthday while everyone was in school, so everybody got like to say happy birthday. It was so cute. My kids go to I'm blessed. They have such a good school district. Half birthday. But watch, 6 months from now, September, I got to do it on my fingers. February is my half birthday. My half birthday, by February, I'll be like, I'm 44. Yes, I made it to 44. Like, I round up. So, regrets. Honestly, my only regret. Can't speak. Oh God, I hope that doesn't become my thumbnail. Jesus. I've just started this, so I'm not like verified by YouTube or whatever, so I can't pick my thumbnail. So, okay, regrets. No more tangents. Okay, we're gonna move you. Ooh, camera 1, camera 2, camera 1, camera 2. If you're my age, you'll get it. If you're not, you won't know what the fuck I'm talking about. So, I don't have many regrets because, hey, I survived. I got here. I'm alive. Woo! Right? But there kind of is one kind of, right? I wish I had started vlogging earlier, right? Right? I have to stop saying right and doing this. Fuck. Okay. I wish I had started vlogging earlier. Now, the kids nowadays all grow up thinking they're all going to be YouTubers, right? Even though I think the YouTube thing is a little bit, it's gone down a little bit and it's starting to even out a little bit, and I don't know. I I don't know. I'm not a fucking, you know, I don't know how the world's going to work. Anyway, so kids nowadays grow up thinking, like my 7-year-old, he wants to be a gamer. That's what he straight tells me when I want to grow up to be a gamer, right? And I'm like, okay. Do you? Sure. Okay. I don't mind that, be a gamer. If he wants to be a gamer, he can be a gamer. But I am going to instill him in the fact that I am not going to fund that lifestyle, and he needs to work too. You know, buy his own equipment and XYZ. Anyway, back in 2009, I was still married to my first husband, but we were like roommates. I was so tapped out of that marriage, like emotionally and mentally. I'm like, bye. Boy, bye. I feel bad about how I treated him during that time. But, like, I treated him like an annoying roommate that I didn't want to be there. So, back in 2009, I was 30-something-ish. Yeah, 30-something-ish. I had just lost like 100 pounds. FYI, I've gained it all back plus. And I was feeling myself. I was like, yes. I felt like I did it. Like I had accomplished something. Like I had achieved, you know, the beauty myth. I felt like I had achieved that. I had gotten tapped in. I had become smaller than I had been. You know, that's a lie straight from the pit of hell. You don't need to be skinny to be happy or beautiful or worthwhile. Anyway, but I thought I had tapped into that. I'm like, yes, I'm amazing. So me and my best friend Janelle were just running around like two single girls. She was actually single. I was not. But I was running around like I was. And we were doing shit together. We were together as much as I could possibly do. Now, I say the summer because in the summer I only had one child at the time, my eldest, and he would go for the whole summer to his grandparents. Half the time with my former in-laws and half the time with my dad. He was gone for the whole summer. So I would open up my availability at work. I would work all the hours they wanted to give me. And anytime I wasn't at work, I was usually with Janelle. And we were just up to just, you know, dumb shit, right? Cruising around, going to the mall, you know, going for tacos, watching Grey's Anatomy and making guacamole and bean dip. I mean, just... So, and I remember at the time we were driving home. I was driving her and a coworker home from work. And we were almost there. And vlogging was not in my brain space because we didn't have internet at the house. But I was aware of, like, oh God, I can't even talk. I gotta stop saying, like, what's the word? Jesus. Processing. The Simple Life with those two girls. Remember them? You know, and it was just a show about two rich girls doing, like, poor people stuff. Not what I call highbrow entertainment. But I remember I told you, we were laughing and talking and laughing. And I was like, you know what? We have way more interesting conversations and we are way funnier and more interesting than those two skinny white girls. Okay? We should have our own show. Somebody should have our own show. Now, it didn't click to me at the time that I could have picked up a camera at that time. And made it happen, right? So, classic example of just being disconnected with the world. So I was like, yeah, we're funny. And she's like, yeah, this is great. And, because the guy in the back was just laughing at everything we did and talking and stuff. So he's giggling in the back seat. So I'm like, I did like something like, yeah, we're awesome. High five. Now I was driving, so I'm not going to turn my head. And went to high five and we missed. Oh my God, it was the funniest shit ever. We all started dying. I'm like, yeah, we're so cool. Like, it was so funny. So, I have to stop saying so. At the time, I didn't connect that I could have totally made that happen. I could have totally made that happen. I could have got a camera. I could have totally made that happen. In retrospect, though, it's only half a regret, because at that time, I was so estranged from my husband and acting like a fool. I'm glad I didn't put my fool ass on the internet at that time. I'd have gotten in so much trouble. I talked so much shit about him. It's in that car with Janelle that I when we went to go through our divorce proceedings, if that shit had been on the internet, oh, fuck. Yeah, it would have not been good. So it's only half a regret. And then that was the first time vlogging came into my consciousness. The second time was after I had my second child. I was divorced, remarried, a whole bunch of upheavals. And my second child was not an easy child. Fast forward to, he's autistic. High functioning autistic, but that tends to happen a lot with autistic children, that they were hard babies. Lots of crying, not a lot of sleep. And my friend Janelle was thinking about starting a mommy blog, and this was in 2014 or 15. So she's like, I think I'm going to start a mommy blog, At that time, she wanted to try to see if she could, make some income from it. Valid, right? Valid. So she's like, you could do it too. And I was like, oh God, I don't know. Hem haw. So I remember I Googled, right? She went home and I Googled like how to be a vlogger. Oh God, that's the world we live in now, where you need to know how to do something, you Google that shit. So I came across an article on how to have a good vlog or good blog or whatever. And I remember, now you have to remember, at this time I was in a very, very, my darkest depression. Okay. So I read this article, and they're talking about, I don't know what else they talked about. Cameras or URLs, or I don't know. The one thing I took from that was, it said, something about, your content has to be relatable or some shit. So it said, live a life others are going to look up to. And I threw up my hands at that time. I said, well, shit, I can't do that. I don't have a life worth living. No one's going to want to be in on this shit. I was like, I am a middle-aged, overweight, unattractive person. I'm a hobbit. Basically, I am. I mean, if you think about it. Hobbits are kind of chunky, right? They like to stay home and garden. They don't like to go on an adventure. Yeah. I was like, I'm basically a hobbit. I said, my house is a mess. Remember, in depression, so my internal stuff was not good. I was like, I'm a hobbit, a middle-aged fucking hobbit. No one's going to want to watch this. No one. No one's going to inspire to this. No one's going to be like, oh, look at that video. Yeah, I want to be like her. I want to sit on the couch all day and be depressed and have a filthy house. And, not get enough sleep because my baby. Right? So it literally fell off my radar. It literally fell off my radar because I'm like, no one's going to want my life. Now that's might still be true. Maybe not. So come to why I started vlogging now. I hate the mannerisms you never knew you had until you start vlogging. So I watch a lot of Peter Mon, and he has 5 channels. He's 48. He's 5 years older than me. He has 5 channels, and he makes and uploads 5 videos a day. And he has one channel that's called Peterisms, and it's kind of not really a self-help. But it's very inspiring to watch, to listen to this man who's gone through a lot in his life, and to see how he keeps a positive attitude, and just he reads meditations and stuff on his videos, and I really like that. And he's like, he said something about, he was waiting until he lost like 50 pounds to start vlogging. He really wanted to join the booktube community. And he said, one day I just sat down and did it, right? And I've never been that person. I have never been the Nike swoop, just do it, Air Jordan type of girl. I'm like, I don't just do anything. I think about it through. I overthink it through. I overthink it through usually until I don't do it. Now that, I will say, that is a trauma response. Some of that thinking, that overthinking and catastrophizing is part of a trauma response. But because I've been in therapy for 2+ years every week, and because I've just recently had this TMS treatment that is successful, I was like, there was nothing in my brain holding me back. I was like, who cares if I'm a fat middle-aged hobbit? Those are my people. Maybe those are my people. Or maybe my people are squirrel, literally squirrel. Or maybe my people are people who are depressed, and, they might not have heard of TMS, and so they somehow see my blog, and they want, okay, that's my only goal. Excuse me. My goal really is to hopefully reach someone and make them feel a little bit better, right? Who cares about an inspirational life? Who cares about that bullshit? I'm not Instagram perfect. I will never be Instagram perfect. My house will never be that way. My kids will never be that way. I will never be that way. No. And frankly, I don't want to live my life as a set dressing for a backdrop for Instagram. I appreciate that people can do it. Like, I look on Instagram and I'm like, oh my God, that's so beautiful. And it's, oh my God, like everything's white and there's green plants and the kids are all in white and they only have wooden toys and shit. And like, I'm like, oh, that takes a lot of work and forethought and like planning and shit. That's not me. I'm like the anti-Instagrammer. I don't want to do that. So that's why I started blogging. I'm like, well, because Peter said, like, I'm never going to lose the weight. I just have to sit down. He's like, and one day I just sat down in my kitchen and filmed that video. And I'm so glad he said, I'm so glad I did. So that's what I did. And that's why I'm vlogging now. So vlogging regrets, but it's only half a regret. I'm doing it now and I'm happy to do it now. And right now, only my friends watch me. But that's okay. And I know the YouTube, algorithm doesn't like these kind of vlogs. They like the stuff with the, polished thumbnails and I hate that shit. I hate that shit so much. I'm like, ew. Okay. Like, I realize, like, the people who do it, they have to do it to get their stuff seen. I understand. Like, I watch those videos anyway from the people that I follow, but. So anyway, 43 years old, don't really have a lot of regrets, but that's okay. That's okay. I finally gotten to a point where I'm really, like, happy with my life. Happy to just be alive and be safe. And my trauma response got me through to where I am now. And now I'm at a place where I don't just want to survive. I want to live every day. So that's why I'm vlogging. Because I'm trying to do something every day that's out of survival. Because this isn't about survival. Exposing yourself this way is not survival to the human animal. To the human animal, survival is running away and hiding. But this is not. This is just like, blah, here I am. So, yeah. I keep going off on tangents. That's who I am.